Alrighty, folks, another day with some more stocks to break down. Let's just dive into it. If you all find value, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe, and don't forget to get up to 17 stocks from Moo. We'll talk more about that later. Those free stocks are linked down below, and with that being said, let's just get right into it. So it's currently about 11:20 a.m. on the East Coast, and my goodness, are the markets green. We're seeing a nice bounce back across the board. The Russell's up 0.5%. The S&P's up roughly, 0.75%. The Nasdaq's up 1.4%. As the Dow is up 0.2%, and we have the VIX down over 7%. And we'll talk more about the markets in my video later on today, so make sure you guys be in tune, stay in tune for that video. So right now, the main stock I want to talk about is Adobe, which just reported earnings after the bell yesterday. I'm not sure if you guys caught it, but numbers came out, and now the stock is up almost 5% so far on the day. So Adobe did EPS of $3.80 versus $3.68, so they beat on EPS, and they beat on revenue, $4.66 billion versus $4.62 billion estimated. And for full year 23 EPS guidance, that's above the estimates. They're looking at $15.30 to $15.60 versus the $15.28 estimate. That's always great. And they see revenue for Q2, get ready for this, guys, $4.75 to $4.78 billion versus the $4.76 billion. So that's better than the estimate for revenue for Q2. That's awesome. And they see adjusted EPS for Q2 of around $3.75 to $3.80. And you guys are noticing here on the stock chart, let me zoom in and show you all. Again, the stock's up 4.5% as expected, and earlier I think it was up even more in the pre-market. Let me show you guys this. Yeah, it was at 357. So at one point, and mind you, right now it's at 348. So at one point it was up roughly 7.2%, I guess almost exactly 7.2% in the pre-market. Then we saw a pullback into market open, and now when I'm filming this video at about 11:20 a.m. on the East Coast, it's kind of trying to fight back. We're starting to see more more bulls coming in here over the past roughly hour. Let's see if this continues. Maybe we start going towards that pre-market high, which is roughly at 355, which happens to be where my alert is at, guys, not just because it's the pre-market high, but you'll notice here at 355, we've talked about this before, but I'll say it again, that's been resistance for quite some time. We're talking from the middle of November all throughout pretty much the middle of January. Then we broke out, got to about 400, pulled back under 355, making it resistance again, and here we are. We're testing that general area right now. So if 355 could break on Adobe after they beat EPS, beat revenue, guidance was strong, we have a wide open gap here towards 380, 400, and no, I'm not saying it's going to go there just like that in the snap of a finger. It's going to take time, but that's where we could be trading. Big if though, if we break 355 into the 360s, that's the trajectory that we're going to be heading in. So Adobe looks pretty good. It's not there yet fully, but if it breaks 355, it could be there, and it's going to be looking pretty good in my opinion. So the next stock I want to go over here, let me pull it up here on my phone, guys, bear with me, is Five Below. You guys know Five Below, that store that you probably go to with your kids, or if you're like a kid like myself, I go to Five Below too. You probably go yourself if you're like a 5-year-old on the inside, because they have good deals on candy there. I think they have the $10, or not $10. You get 10 pieces of candy for $1. I'm not gonna lie, I've done that a little bit too much in my in the past, a little bit more than I'm willing to admit. But either way, Five Below is a great company, right? They have awesome products there. They're not all under $5, guys, nowadays with inflation. You guys know how that goes. But Five Below, they reported earnings, and they ended up doing $3.07 EPS, which came in line with the estimate on revenue of $1.12 billion versus the $1.11 billion estimated. So they beat revenue, came in line on EPS. And in terms of Q1 EPS, it's a little bit under the estimate. They're looking at 59 to 65 cents versus the 68-cent estimate. So that could be contributing to the 1% loss that the stock is seeing right now. And they see Q1 revenue of 723 to 735 million versus the 730 million estimated. So the lower end of that range is under the estimate there for Q1 revenue. And they see full year 23 revenue of 3.49 to 3.59 billion, which is actually well above the 3.06 billion estimated. So that's very good for full year 23 revenue here for Five Below, and EPS is well above the estimates, $5.25 $5.25 to $5.76 versus the $4.69 estimated. So sure, maybe they didn't beat massively on EPS and revenue, and maybe their Q1 revenue guidance, EPS guidance isn't the best, but full year revenue guidance, EPS guidance is very strong, which makes sense. I guess they're not going to have a great Q1, Q2, but it's going to pick up in the back half of the year for this company. Makes complete sense. And we've talked about this stock before, but I'll say it again here, guys. This is pulling back from 212 to 195. It's down about 10, 11%. It's in correction territory. The uptrend is still holding. This could be a spot where maybe we bounce. Maybe we continue the uptrend. So for that reason, guys, on good guidance, I'm watching Five Below very closely here at about 190 to 200, this $5, $10 window. It's going to be a big spot. Big moment of truth for the bulls on Five Below. I'm also looking at AMD, which is up a whopping 7%, guys. And not to toot my own horn, but did we not call this out? Did we not call this out? Which is why you guys got to subscribe. Shameless plug. You got to subscribe. We've been talking about AMD for quite some time. We called out the inverse head and shoulders. We talked about the cup and handle, the ascending triangle on this particular stock on the 4-hour chart. And look at that. Lo and behold, we're completely breaking out now to multi-month highs. And I'll be honest, it is a little bit overbought at this point, but any pullback that we do get here, it's going to be worth looking at least in my opinion, as this does have now, it does have runway now, in my opinion, towards $100, $105. Maybe it even goes higher than that. So AMD looks very strong here, guys, in this window between $88.90 to about roughly $105. That's where we're trading right now. And again, it is a little bit overbought. So keep in mind, we might see a pullback, but any pullback, the way I'm looking at it is, it could be a dip buy. So before we continue on, if you guys have not gotten your free stocks from Moomoo yet, if you have not gotten them yet, I don't know what you're doing. What are you waiting for? Use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. Once you open up an account, you get your first free share of stock right off the bat. And if you deposit at least $100, you get another 4 free shares of stock plus 2 additional shares of either ticker symbol AI or BBAI, which is limited time, guys. Get on that. And if you deposit at least $1,000, are you ready for this? You get another 10 stocks on top of all the free stocks you already got, totaling 17 free stocks. So if you want some free money, you want to help out the channel, use that link down below or go to stocksurfest.com/Moomoo. And worst comes to worst, if you don't like the Moomoo platform, which I think you're going to like it, but if you don't like it, you get your free stocks. You can just, withdraw all of your money from the platform, and literally it is free money, guys. Moomoo doesn't, they don't steal your money or anything like that. You can literally withdraw it all and keep all your free stocks, free money. Let me know what free stocks you get, link down below. And now let's continue on. So the next stock I want to talk about here is Snapchat, ticker symbol SNAP, which today is up nicely. It's up roughly 6%, up 60 cents, and it's pushing $11 a share. And what we're noticing here is this had a nice pop after the bell yesterday. Let me show you guys. It had a nice move from about $10.30 all the way to $11.30. It had a massive move of $1. We're talking 9% pop here after the bell. And in the pre-market, it gave back pretty much all those gains. You guys can see it went from $11 down to about $10.40, and now we're starting to spike back up. Again, like I said, towards $11 a share. So right off the bat, I'm going to set my alert right at maybe $11.15. Markets that were above $11.15, which is roughly the pre-market high, also the intraday high, and roughly where we peaked out at in the aftermarket hours yesterday. So if we do break above $11.15 on Snapchat here, there could be another push, which we've seen many pushes to that $12.50, $13 level. That's where we could be going again here on Snapchat. So keep your eyes on it. I set my alert at $11.15. We'll see how it ends up. playing out. And the last stock for the video, guys, let me know in the comments if you stuck till the end. I appreciate all of you watching out there. And if you want me to cover any particular stocks, feel free to drop some ticker symbols down below. Drop me some stocks. I'll talk about them in the upcoming videos. So Foot Locker today is up 4%, which I know I've been talking about Foot Locker a lot because the pattern looks pretty decent in my opinion. We're holding higher lows. We've been holding higher lows for months, and now it seems like we're starting to break out towards the 50 SMA. We're above the 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart here. Now we're right under the 50 SMA. If this level could break, we start moving past 43.50, 45 bucks, which is where my alert's at. We could see a full-on breakout here on Foot Locker. And mind you, they have earnings coming up in 4 days from now. That's not tomorrow, obviously. Then it's the weekend, so I believe that's on Monday. Yeah, the 20th of March. That is on Monday. That is when this company is reporting earnings. So let's see. Maybe we rally into earnings. Maybe not. Either way, I'm watching Foot Locker, ticker symbol FL, and all the other stocks that we mentioned in this video. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit the like button. Of course, subscribe. Feel free to check out the Patreon if you want to see me build out my Patreon portfolio with full transparency. I started that from $0, building it up for you guys on Patreon. You could also see my charts, my ideas throughout the day. And if you want more access to me, you want to join the Discord chat, all of that is linked down below on Patreon. And don't forget to get up to 17 stocks from Moomoo. All the details are down below. It's literally free money, guys. And with that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace out.